Hello and welcome to today's YouTube video, and oh boy do we have content today. So picture this. One night you're bored, you're watching chess, and all of a sudden you go to chess.com and hover over this watch side tab and you see playing now, and on the top you see GM_Hans_Niemann. Now if you don't know, there was a massive cheating scandal involving Hans Niemann, who was suspected to be a chess cheater. And yeah, his lawsuit against Magnus and Caro got dropped recently, but I thought this was quite funny, so I started to spectate the games, and let me tell you, something smelled. E4, E5, knight F3, knight to F6, knight to C3, and D6, and we transpose to the Philidor defense. Knight C6, and bishop B5, E takes D4, transposing to main line theory. Yeah, not too much to explain here. First, we remove the game. A5, not really sure about this one. It's not logical at all. But who knows, maybe it's some deep 2700 Grandmaster preparation here. Yeah, bishop takes C6, pawn takes C6, keeping the bishop pair, queen to F3, and this is where I'm like, huh? What human plays like that? Knight G4. Huh? I mean, I guess you want to go 95, but still, this move in the opening is quite weird when you haven't developed yet, and something smelled fishy on this move. Bishop F4, stopping knight to E5, and we get G5. G5, really? Bishop back to G3, Queen F6. Great move, apparently. Training queens here. I guess it's good. You're trading off queens. Your king is safe with the queens off the board. But yeah, knight F5. We have H5, trying to trap the bishop with H4, and here we have rook to E1. And yeah, I actually don't know why this doesn't work. Queen takes G4, apparently. Oops, didn't realize that. Long castles, mistake. Seems normal enough, I guess. Queen to D3, and here we have bishop takes F5, pawn takes F5, and H4, finally trapping the bishop. And in this position, we see knight to E4, knight to E4. And in this position, I was mind boggled. It took me like 30 seconds to see what the idea even was. In this position, black has H takes G3, and he played this in 1 second. No, I'm not joking. Look, 237 on the bottom right here. Look, clock. 236. It's absolutely crazy what the idea is. Knight takes, G takes H2, king H1, knight takes F2, checkmate, fork. It's a chork. Oh yeah. He calculated that in less than 2 seconds. Absolutely crazy. I mean, if you look at it, after taking, it is kind of obvious, but he played it in 1 second. Absolutely insane. Queen takes G3, queen takes F5, and black is completely winning. And yeah, eventually white simply resigns. Yeah, you're down a piece. Next game, Hans Niemann has white, or I should say Hans Niemann, C4, and I'm just gonna zoom through the opening here. Yeah, nothing too spectacular, nothing too weird. Playing Playing d5 is quite committal though for no reason. Yeah, still pretty normal. And queen e1, okay, I can get behind that, I guess. Castles, a3, a5, stopping b4, makes sense. Bishop c2, sure, I guess, makes sense. Pawn takes, e takes, yeah, open up the queen. Rook to e8, queen d2, makes sense. And knight to f5. Takes, obviously, I think it's a good move too. That's quite an obvious move, opening up the king. And knight to g5. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of zoom through this, but look at how this player utilized the knights. I mean, this maneuver here is absolutely dominating. Look at the knights here. They're by far the strongest piece on the board. But oh my, like, look at the squares you're controlling in the enemy position. The king has opened up, and these knights are absolutely dominant. Beautiful position for white. Knight c5, and again we're trying to play for b4. Black cleverly stops it with a4, utilizing the en passant rule. En passant is forced. Yeah, queen c2, not quite sure about that one, I guess. Bishop takes c6, that makes sense, because you want to double up your rooks here. Yeah, rook d1, this move makes absolutely no sense for me, but yeah. I think this player was toggling because it's the third move on the engine, and also like they make some weird random mistakes, which I'll show you later on in this game actually. Yeah, makes sense. Everything makes sense here. G3 is a bit, nah. I don't know why I wouldn't play just bishop back here. Apparently rook to e2 is very good, but yeah. Anyways, G3. Rook to e2 anyways, and now rook d2 takes, bishop takes, important. Now after bishop to h5, h6, this is where it gets weird. Rook to f1, like, rook to f1? What human plays that move? What's even the idea? Bro, the knight's already supported. This is already supported. What's the idea of rook f1? Anyways, this is another moment that's just very weird, and a human would never play this, and I can't explain it. You would think that black or white would take with the bishop. Huh? What? Buddy, look at this bishop. What are you doing? That's why I think this player is toggling. It's because it's the second move on the engine, obviously, but it makes zero sense. Yeah, the rest of this game kind of makes sense. Takes, but this end game stuff here is kind of strange. First of all, running towards the center, open center is a bit weird, to be honest. But I can understand it, I guess. Queen d1. Again, not quite sure about that one. Check is just losing on the spot, though, because you have threats of check and mate. Mating, it's mating. But you also have threats of queen d4, setting up checkmate on h8 with the battery. And that's precisely why black resigned after king to f2. Final game. This is one of the last Blitz games this player played before getting banned. Yeah, I was watching these games live, by the way, and I reported him because there's no way. E4, and we get a Sicilian, and I'm going to just kind of zoom through the openings. Its openings are just openings, not really too much to explain. There's a lot to explain. There's too much to explain, that's why. Yeah, just going to kind of zoom through, but yeah, I essentially want to get to the end of this game because that's where it really starts to. Also, it takes here is a bit crazy, in my opinion. Takes, he takes. Yeah, this all makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. Rook c4 is very weird. Now, this is where it starts to get weird. King f6, best move. Knight to or h4. He wants to go queen g6, I believe, and he also wants to open up the bishop to control more squares around the king. But yeah, rook g4. Played instantly, 3 seconds, protecting this threat of queen g6, bishop to h3, and we have rook h8, one of the top moves. Second move. So rook to h8, queen d3 is essentially the only logical move. Yeah. Rook takes h4, top move, played in 2 seconds. He sacrifices a rook like it's nothing. Who needs a rook anyways, man? Takes, bishop takes. Obviously, yeah, there's missed stuff here. Yeah, bishop takes and queen takes. Queen d6, and yeah, I think I'm gonna zoom a bit forward to where black starts defending, and stuff gets really weird here after king to g6, queen f5, king h6, only move, h5, very good move. I think it's threatening main one, controlling more squares around the king, getting closer. Instantly, rook d6, 1 second. h4, again trying to threaten checkmates along anything. I mean, very good play by chess rook here. e4, again 3 seconds, played e4 essentially without even thinking. Check, king takes. By the way, who in the right mind goes forward here? There's a rook and a queen there. Why are you running towards it? You're a king. There's no pieces surrounding you. You have like essentially no defense there. Who in the right mind takes on h5? Absolutely crazy to me. By the way, 2 seconds. 2 seconds to calculate that. How do you know there is not a checkmate here? Like, absolutely insane. Rook g3, top move. Good play by white. Again, controlling the squares around the king, trying to set up anything. Rook g6, played in 2 seconds. King h3, check, back. Rook to g4, makes sense. Check, king h6, king g2. I mean, this is just high level stuff. I mean, white's playing this very well as well. King takes, check, yeah. Makes sense. By the way, what? Moving the king the top move, okay. I can understand that since you're going to the check, but I don't know. Queen to f4, just defending squares around your king, trying to protect this square. Very good move. King g8. Okay, sure, I guess. Maybe just grandmaster endgames, right? Also, pushing a pawn in front of your king, again, very weird, since you're first of all just allowing a perpetual, essentially by force. But also you're running your king forward. Like, it's insane. Queen h8, by the way, is winning for white here. But yeah, white runs out of time because, again, black is playing moves in 1 second that take like way too long to calculate. Also, I don't know why I don't have the timer here. It's here for Hans. Yeah, essentially after this game, Hans Niemann closed, fair play. I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, this is not the real Hans Niemann. Obviously, because first of all, he's not allowed on chess.com. Second of all, I don't think he wants to be a part of chess.com. It's just not good for his image. It's already terrible. Yeah. Also, he joined like 2 hours. Yeah, 21 hours ago. Online 17 hours ago. So just do some quick math there. He was essentially playing for like 5 hours, and he was cheating the entire time. You're not just gonna join back to a website that like banned you for cheating, or supposedly cheating, and immediately cheat. It's not gonna happen. Even if he is a cheater, he's not gonna do that. I mean, he's not an absolute idiot. But I thought it was quite funny, and I kind of suspected I would get some content out of it. But yeah, obviously a satirical account, not the real Hans Niemann, but it is kind of humorous that he got banned for fair play. Yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you in tomorrow's video.